Good morning, everybody. I have a few minutes after 11 o'clock, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Welcome to our letting seminar for the November letting for ALDOT. If you are new with us, we do this once a month to talk about the ALDOT letting for the current month. And we will go ahead and get started, and there'll be a time for questions at the end if anybody has any. I am Ronica Ondocsin. I work at UAH. We are the provider for the UAH ALDOT Mentor-Protégé Program. We started these letting seminars in person before COVID, and we're traveling around the state. When COVID hit, we went virtual, but that's given the opportunity for DBEs from all over the state to join us every month if they want to. So we'll continue in this format for a few more months. Hope to get back to in-person when the COVID situation is settled. So we will let you know when that happens and if we transition back to in-person. Next slide. The ALDOT representative for the DBE Supportive Services Office is Ms. Walter Carr. Her contact information is there. If you need anything, they've had several personnel changes lately. So there are some new people in that office, and that is her contact information as the point of contact. The UAH points of contact are under that. We have our director, Dr. Sampson Golston, Christine Lewis, and I work in the office with him. And we have Donald Taylor, who is our consulting partner that works with us also. Next slide. The supportive services providers are listed here, Alabama A&M in the north, EEO Networking Solutions in the central, and UWA in the southern regions. Their points of contact are there. Some of them are on the line with us, and we appreciate that. If you're new to the seminars, Christine does send this out after the seminar. So you will have this available to you, and you can access all these points of contacts with their emails and their numbers. Next slide. We will go ahead and get into the projects we've chosen to talk about today. Generally, I pick projects that are either a high dollar value, a high DBE goal, both, or just of general interest in an area where we have a lot of DBEs working. So today we're going to talk about 6 projects, and the first one is going to be in Tuscaloosa County. Next slide. Project 1, like I said, is Tuscaloosa County. There is a 7% DBE goal on this project, which is fairly high for ALDOT. The bracket estimate on this is 33 to almost $40.5 million. So this is a huge project. There will be a lot of DBE work available. Some of those are work types listed. There's considerable demolition in this project, excavation, there's erosion control, there's hauling, there's guardrail. There is still reinforcement in this project. There's piping in this project, all kinds, roadway, drain, storm sewer. So if you're a utility contractor, I would definitely look at this project also. There's a considerable amount of concrete in this project also. So there are a lot of work types available to DBEs in this. And this probably is one of those projects, the value is high enough that it might be worth traveling for. If you don't work in that Tuscaloosa area, you might consider that. The tentative bidders are listed there: Newell Road Builders, Icaros, Wright Brothers, W.S. Newell and Sons, Mid-South, Chilton Contractors, and Carcel and G. So if you have been looking at this project since it came out this month, those are the people that you would need to submit your bids to, and you would need to get them in the next couple of days. Next slide. Project 4 is in Chilton County. It has a 4% DBE goal. Bracket estimate is in the $2.5 million range. The work types are listed there. There is demolition on this project, excavation, hauling. This one has bituminous scoring, which all of our projects, you don't see that on. There's steel reinforcement. There is concrete on this project, guardrail, and erosion control. The tentative bidders are listed there: David Bolger, the Bridge Builders of Alabama, McGinnis, Murphy Bridge, and Newell and Bush. Next slide. Project 14 is Mobile County. There's only a 1% DBE goal on this, but I included it because of the bracket estimate. This is in the $25 to $30 million range. So even at that 1%, there will be DBE work. This project also has demolition, quite a bit of it, hauling, lots of concrete work, guardrail, and erosion control. The bidders are the ones you typically see in that Mobile area. So if you're a DBE in that area, I'm sure that you're familiar with a lot of these. John G. Walton, Newell, W.S. Newell and Sons, HCL Contracting, H.O. Weaver, and Mobile Asphalt Company. Next slide. Project 15 is in Mobile County also. There's a 2% DBE goal on this project. Bracket estimate is from about 7.8 to about $9.5 million. Work types are listed there. Demolition, hauling, there is steel reinforcement on this project, concrete, guardrail, erosion control. And the same bidders you saw on that last slide for the Mobile project. Basically the same. I think difference is McInnes is on this one, and Scott Bridge Company is also bidding this one. Next slide. Project 22 is in Jefferson County. There's a 2% DBE goal on this project. Bracket estimate 11 to about $13.5 million. You see the work types there: demolition, hauling, concrete, guardrail, erosion control. So this is a smaller list of work types, but still a 2% goal. So there is some DBE work. There are only 2 bidders as of right now: Abramson LLC and McElhaney Construction. Next slide. Project 40 is in Jefferson County. There's a 6% DBE goal on this project. It's about 6.4 to 7.8 million. Work types there: demolition, hauling, pipe, guardrail. There is bituminous scoring, and there is steel reinforcement on this project, concrete, and erosion control. And the bidders are the ones that you see typically in the Jefferson County middle part of the state: Mid-South Paving, Wiregrass, and Dunn Construction. Next slide. Okay, that's all of our project slides. I just want to, and we'll take questions in just a minute. I just want to talk for a minute about the Mentor-Protégé website that we have that's hosted on the UAH site. We have a lot of resources for DBEs. There's letting information, there's bidding opportunities around the state you'll see the cities there. We have just a lot of information that if you are looking for support or services, if you go to our website, It's kind of a one place that you can find a lot of information for DBEs. Next slide. This is one of the things that is on our website. We have bidding and estimating tools and support on that website that you can go to directly. Christine is driving our presentation this morning, and she's going to show I think a close-up of some of the information. There's an actual bidding spreadsheet that we have on there that's available for you to download and use. If you need help with that, you can check with your supportive services, or if you're in our program, then we help you with these things. But that's just the kind of information that's available. And if you have any questions about that, you can contact us. Next slide. Okay, it's a Halloween theme. So we have our scary pictures up. Does anybody have any questions about the projects we went over, or any other information that they would like to share?
Morning, Miss Ronica.
Hey, Natoya.
How are you guys doing over there?
We're well.
Great, great. So you just mentioned your bidding and estimating spreadsheet there. Is it available to only Mentor-Protégé or Mentor-Protégé participants, or do you have that available for other DBEs?
No, it's on the website as a resource for the DBEs. So they're welcome to go and take a look at it.
On our resources page, each of these things, all of these are live links. So when you click on this, the quote template, this document will be downloaded in an Excel file. When you click on the quote letter, this document with instructions will be downloaded in Word. So both of these are editable with instructions on how to do it. And then the last thing, the last tool we have under that section takes you to this website here, the ALDOT website with low bid sheets. And the reason we have that is to give DBEs or anybody an idea of, to give them an idea of what some of these work types were bid at prior. So
yeah, and we always, the only thing we always caution, the ALDOT publishes those low bid tabulations. It gives you actual numbers from the top 3 bidders on their projects, but you have to remember that their overhead may be different than yours, or they may own their own equipment, or they may lease their equipment, which makes their price higher. So that's just something that it's a guide, but you definitely don't need to just use those as your price for a particular work type. You need to kind of look at that as a range, and then figure out, based on your financial, standings, what the DBE's actual bid is. But there is historical data there from all of the ALDOT projects.
And there's actually, I think the link is, I need to add another link to this section, because there's a more detailed document out there that gives actual work types. What I just pulled up was just the low bid sheet. These don't go into the different work types. So I need to find that link and add it. I thought that's where that was going, but in any case, I'll get that up. That's what Ronica was referring to, the more detailed document.
Thank you.
Does anybody else have questions? Donald Mills, do you have anything that you guys need to share, or Sherry?
No, Ronica, we don't have anything.
Okay. If we don't have any questions, our seminar this next time, even though the letting is not until December 3rd, we are going to have the letting seminar November 18th because of the Thanksgiving holidays. So the projects we present, we'll try to put as much information as we can about them, but the tentative bidders list will probably not be out by then. So we will still have the seminar, and then after the tentative bidders come out, we will email that to people that registered for the November 18th seminar. So that's kind of how we're going to work that to work around the Thanksgiving holiday. Does anybody have anything else? If
Yes, I
not,
have a question.
okay, sure.
How do I access those? Is that on the website to access the samples of the bid proposals?
Yeah, it is on the Mentor-Protégé website. So you will get a copy of this presentation since you were registered. So you can just check our go to our website from that. And those things will be on the resources page.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. Okay, if we don't have any more questions, I guess that is all we've got for today. As I said, you can email us if you have questions, or contact your supportive services, and they can help you, or they can get in contact with us also.
Thanks, everyone.
Thanks,
Ms.
everybody.
Ronica.
Have a good weekend.
Thanks. You all too.
Yeah.